What awaits Virgo in March 2025? The Sun will spend most of March in the 7th house of the Virgo horoscope, the marriage and partnership sector. It is recommended that you pay more attention to your partner during this period. Perhaps take a few days off and go somewhere to relax together. In terms of work, according to the horoscope for March for Virgo, you should not expect significant changes. You are waiting for the usual routine tasks, which nevertheless must be brought to a logical conclusion. It's possible that you need to take a closer look at your immediate surroundings and get rid of those who seem superfluous. The horoscope advises you to actively communicate with friends and accept invitations to meetings. This will significantly increase your chances of a fateful meeting with a man who can become your romantic partner. At the end of March, Virgo will want to make changes on a deep level. Getting rid of psychological garbage or bad habits may become relevant. Work and business. From March 3rd, Mercury will be in the 8th house of your horoscope, which is associated with financial issues, other people's resources, as well as deep transformations and mysteries. In the business sector, this transit presupposes possible changes in the structure of financing, capital management, or assets. The first decade of March is suitable for negotiating and signing contracts related to other people's resources, whether loans or partner investments. Mercury will become retrograde in the second half of the month. The retrograde period always requires special attention to detail, which can cause Virgos certain difficulties. The 8th house, which is related to finances, inheritance, and corporate resources, may be a key aspect worth paying attention to. Delays and misunderstandings in financial transactions can become frequent companions of Virgo during Mercury's retrograde transit. The Virgo horoscope for March advises you to devote this time to reviewing financial strategies. Love and money. In March, Venus will continue to stay with Virgo in the 8th house, which is responsible for extreme situations, other people's money, and inheritance. But starting on the 2nd, it will become retrograde, and at the end of the month, it will return to the sign of Pisces and to your 7th horoscope house, the sector of couple relations and cooperation. In personal relationships, Virgos are waiting for a period of revision and rethinking. The return of former partners is possible, which will cause sensual and emotional outbursts. This retrograde is favorable for analyzing old problems in a relationship and finding ways to resolve them. Virgo in March may feel the need to deepen their relationship. Financially, this transit can bring both opportunities and challenges. The 8th house is associated with shared resources and inheritance, so unexpected changes in these areas are likely. It is possible to receive or redistribute material wealth, which will require attentiveness and rationality from Virgos in March. Retro Venus can also encourage a reassessment of one's own values and approaches to finance, health and activity. Mars, after a long retro period, is finally moving forward and heading towards the 11th house of the horoscope. The 11th house is associated with friendship, collective activity, and public relations. Mars, the planet of energy and action, passing through this house, will stimulate Virgos to a more active lifestyle and participate in team projects. On the one hand, this position of Mars may bring additional motivation for Virgo in March to exercise and promote health, collective training, participation in sports competitions, or just active recreation with friends will help not only improve physical fitness, but also relieve emotional stress. The opportunity to work together and interact with like-minded people will create an additional charge of energy and enthusiasm. However, it is worth remembering about the flip side of the coin. Mars is known for its aggressive nature, which means that Virgo in March should not overdo physical activity in order to avoid injury and overwork. What will the Virgos be lucky about in March? In March, the Maidens of Fortune will have a walk through the 12th house. At this time, meditation and spiritual practices will bring particularly significant results. Virgos should pay attention to dreams and intuition, as they can be a source of important revelations. According to the horoscope for Virgo in March, rest and solitude will help restore energy balance and find harmony with oneself. Horoscope for women. The horoscope predicts happy changes in financial affairs and personal relationships for Virgo. Women in March. Your bond with your partner can become more emotional and deeper. At this time, new investment opportunities may open up before you. There is also a chance of receiving an inheritance. You may decide to actively manage your resources. The beginning of spring will bring not only pleasant surprises, but also serious challenges. The reason will be the inaction of the Virgo woman, who is used to postponing solving problems for later. It is advisable to keep emotions under control, think over every action beforehand, and never get personal in conversations. Support may come from an unexpected direction, but in most cases, representatives of the Earth sign will have to rely only on themselves. A love story that begins with passion runs the risk of ending in an unpleasant outcome. Before starting a relationship, it is advisable to make sure of the sincerity of the chosen one. It is not recommended to return to the subject of a departed love. March will provide a sufficient number of meetings and dates. It is better to avoid loans and be guided by the available amount when shopping. Chronic diseases can worsen, so you need to take care of the right regime and diet in advance. Additional earnings are possible, which you should not immediately give up. Astrologers do not recommend self-medication and contact specialists at the first symptoms of the disease. It is necessary to be vigilant in matters related to health. Horoscope for men. In March, Mars will be in the 11th house for Virgo men. This month, you can participate in group activities and social activities. You can count on the support of your friends in your business. In March, you will have enough energy to implement long-term plans. You may be interested in programming, forecasting the future, or aviation. Perhaps you will be attracted by volunteering. A man born under the Earth sign has good prospects for strengthening partnerships. Through communication and useful contacts, acute problems can be solved. In some cases, it will be difficult to avoid conflicts, and Virgo's barbs and criticism can make the situation worse. At work, one should not forget that not everyone has punctuality and pedantry, and to forgive others for their shortcomings. You can't rush into making decisions, especially if they relate to your personal life. The romance that has begun will surely continue if the man becomes softer and more accommodating. Career-related changes, relocation, or home improvement are possible. It is necessary to be careful in actions and words. And when communicating with loved ones, do not skimp on pleasant emotions. It is dangerous to sort things out in marriage, because a quarrel risks turning into a divorce. Men's health will be forgotten, which is the main sign of well-being. The expenses will be covered by income, but unexpected expenses are likely at the end of March. Disagreements with relatives will arise due to financial problems and paperwork, so important issues should not be postponed.